It's about that time, everyone.
Whoop, whoop.
Athletics LLC back again. Do you know that we're coming up on an anniversary?
Who's anniversary?
The show. We're on
Oh,
we are currently recording number 50 of the year.
50 of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, we are completely ass backwards on 50. I'm in the East time zone, y'all
No.
Pacific time, and we're missing two people. So it's
Uh,
all upside down.
the governor being the governor, he said he'll be on in 19 minutes.
From the West.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, that was a typo. It's supposed to be on in 10.
That's funny. Yeah, he's also in California, so we have completely swapped places.
For sure. Nobody's in the central time zone. That's even weirder.
Yes. Yes. So, it is be Mount Sac Brian Clay Beach invite weekend, and then in opposition, Tom Jones. So, hence the swap of coasts and time zones. But nonetheless, we do what we do, figure it out, and hit record. So, Clyde, how are you tonight, sir?
It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm in Gainesville, Florida. You know, trying to fly all the way east and make some statements.
Good stuff. Huffapalooza, happy birthday, sir.
My
Oh,
bad. Yes. Happy birthday to the EP.
happy
And
birthday.
just so you know, I am multitasking. I'm planning tomorrow's schedule as the head coach should do. I am on the LLC for our 50th show of the year with you beautiful people. And I am also whooping Tyron Harris and dominoes at the exact moment that this is all happening. So just so you all know.
Wow. So that's like, you didn't even, like, TJ didn't even catch a stray so much as he caught an invisibilate.
Yes. Yes.
Because he's getting clown on screen, but he's off screen and can't respond.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for my birthday wishes. People seem to like the Huffapalooza because they feel less guilty when they miss the 15th because they're like, well, it's one of them days. I probably got 20 happy belated, oh wait, it doesn't matter texts today.
Yes.
Hey, listen, when the world gives you lemons, you make lemon meringue pie. I mean, I could complain about having birthdays that don't match, right? Or I could just do what I do, which is somewhere between the 15th and the 19th. Just shoot me the deuce. We're good.
Anyhow, all right. Well, as it always does about this time, track comes and hits our timeline to let us know there's some good stuff going on. And this past week, there was some good stuff going on.
Excuse me, sorry guys.
So, the newly crowned infamous Discus capital, which happens to land in Oklahoma, happened again. Happened last year. So everybody said do it again the second year.
I mean, American record on the women's side, 2 world records, and a third that would have been a world record if it was the first throw of the comp on the men's side. An area record, I think that's Oceania. And then 3 other 70-meter throws.
So
For those of you who don't really pay attention to this competition, the one cool thing, I mean, I'm not saying that those things weren't cool, but the one innovative thing that I am here for is they have a left-handed only discus comp for the men and for the women.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they have, if you ever see an overview of the field, they actually have a ring set up for left-handed wins because all the rings are in the world basically are set up for right-handers. So they actually have a lefty comp.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a lot that happened there, and It happens to be, for those who don't know, it's not at OU. There's been conversation that it just happens that no, it's in Ramona, Oklahoma.
Ramona, out in the middle of nowhere.
So for the, I'll call them small and ignorant constituency of track fans who are complaining about this. In a world where runners get super spikes, both distance and sprints, and get world records. In a world where distance runners get pacers and lights and set world records, I'm not here for any of the, oh, it's a very specific place where wind is awesome to catch records. Kiss my ass. World record is the world record. And this time, officially, it is now owned by a California Golden Bear, because last year when he broke it, he was technically unattached. Now he's back on the roster. Cal, Golden Bears, world record. Mo Satara has done this twice.
So let me get this straight. The collegiate record in the men's discus is also the world record.
Yes, it is. That is correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
Step the
Good
game
luck.
up.
Good luck breaking that school record.
Right. Step
Yeah.
the game up.
So that happened.
So what did Valerie Allman throw? 73, like 40 something? It was far.
Yeah. And I mean, we joke about it and everything, but listen, our sport allows for these kind of events to highlight and let people shine. And I was being sarcastic and petty about the comparisons with the other events, but I'm serious.
True.
Like, I just don't understand, how people are complaining about this. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's well within the rules, and so I make fun because that's what we do, but I don't get at all the actual complaints.
Yeah.
73.52 is what Valerie Allman threw. Right? Because look, when you can go to a collegiate meet, mind you, outdoors that you have regionals, right? So it doesn't even make sense to chase times. But you can go to a collegiate meet and they got $7,000 worth of pace lights and rabbits. So at the end, and super shoes. So you got all three things going on at the same time. Right? So like, how is that any different than any of this stuff? I mean, there's no super shoes in the disc. There's no specially aerodynamic discs. You still have to know what you're doing just because it's windy. So yeah, I'm with you.
So down at A&M, USC let everybody know that the men's sprint is alive.
Oh, I mean, windy or not, that when that comes up on the board, when you're what, the 10-11 was the fifth USC guy, is that right? Something like that.
Yes.
And three dudes ran under 10.
Yeah.
Yes. So what I was trying to actually figure this out, like, what was more impressive in it, which way? Was it was the showcase of talent and coaching by USC basically opening their 100-meter seasons the way that they did, sweeping the top 5, 3 guys under 10 seconds, slightly wind aided, like 2.1, 2.2. Was that more impressive, or was the ineptitude of people who allowed the women's race to start from the wrong finish line? You let a wind legal 10-3 up onto the board, and then you let it into the official meet results for about 15 minutes. Like, which is more impressive, the idiocy of one or the actual running of the other? Because I promise you, I got no fewer than 14 text messages from people who, some of which, and I will leave your names out of it, protect you, actually considered that Jasani Carter broke the world record in the women's 100. When I got the first one, I said, well, that obviously didn't happen. And I thought that was just understood. But no, people were on this. And I'm like,
So having been in the stadium, I wasn't watching at the time. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was faced away from the race. And I had athletes go, Coach, no, that really just happened. I just watched it. I said, I'm not sure what you watched,
but it wasn't that.
I'm not going to allow you to think that that's a thing. And like, so I'm pulled up the live results, and I'm like, yeah, not it,
No.
not it. And then they do a rerun, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
But to the point, right? Like, how do you run the 100 from the wrong line?
In your own building. Like,
I'm not trying to be funny. Like, there's a lot of things you can mess up. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm being serious. Like, you can start the 110s from the wrong line or finish at the wrong line. Like, you can finish at the wrong line a lot.
sure.
But I don't understand how, like, the blocks don't move from the men's 100 to the women's 100. I'm assuming the women were first, because there's no way
the women were first, and I
But
wasn't there. But
I just don't understand how you can run the 100 from the wrong line.
At A&M's very, very beautiful facility, you can run the 100 meters down the middle in either direction. I just have to assume that assume, like, maybe they was planning to go this way, and they're like, oh, actually, we probably need to go that way. And some person put the blocks at the wrong line, which I understand can happen. But then at some point, somebody with a brain has to be like, hey, yo, that don't look right.
Somebody who worked there had to know immediately.
Right. Right.
Like, somebody who worked there had to know immediately they were running from the wrong line.
Yeah, well,
But hey,
yeah, it was very interesting to see or hear first, then see the rerun.
best comment of the week: the most effortless 90 meters ever run.
That's actually funny.
That was tremendous.
Actually funny. I'm in a blur right now to see what else happened.
I mean, we had nation leading javelin throw on the women's side.
Cool.
That was cool. At the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't somebody throw 57.93?
Oh, it's a Kenyan national record, yes.
Oh.
Sorry. Yes. Sorry, it's all blurring at this moment.
Yeah, this time of the year, there's so much track that comes at you so fast. Like, there's just a lot of things that can go on.
Oh, excuse me.
Clyde, where were you guys last week?
We was off. We only race every other weekend, so we were off prepping for this particular trip. I'm on the side of people who prefers to race less. I know that that's a 50-50 proposition in our sport, and people like to race all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not with it. I will say I was having this conversation after the A&M meet. Like, I could argue that if everybody's healthy and we go to the West preliminary round, just between USC and Texas Tech, you could take 10 of 12 spots in the 100 meter dash.
I mean, I can't even imagine how anybody could argue that.
Well, just the spectacle of it, like, just to ponder that is like, yo, like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, no, that could actually happen.
Yep.
And I got news for you. In this new world that we're all drifting, blindly to,
that could happen a lot.
where you might see two programs dominating a whole bunch of specific events that they plotted out, right? Like it could be a little preview into a very weird reality.
Slightly under the radar, Arkansas decided to join the chat and ran 42.90 on the women's side.
I didn't know that. Where'd they run that at?
Home.
Oh, that's right. They did have the invitational. Got it. Didn't even realize that.
Yep. Just drop a little 42.9. Right behind the Frogs on the national list.
I feel like I just looked at the list and I didn't see that. That's my fault. My fault. Yeah, as a blanket statement of definitely because of the parameters of the show, I'll say there was a lot of great things that happened in the Arcadia High School Invitational this past weekend as well. We won't highlight them, but as a whole, the high schoolers are trying to let the collegians know, like, hey, you can't push us out completely. You got to pay attention to some of us. So,
I mean, the Arcadia High School meet is like
the Arcadia meet remains the best regular season high school meet in the country every year,
and it's not really that close.
It's not that close now. Now I will say that the new Texas meet, the Blue Bonnet, has been getting better and definitely delivered some crazy performances this year. But top to bottom, across the events, it's always Arcadia, and it'll continue to be Arcadia. And you know, it's one of the traditions that I'm glad we still have, and is still elite, with all the other traditions that have fell off and no longer perform at the heights that they used to. I'm glad to know that Arcadia is still Arcadia.
the original backpack meet.
The original backpack
Indeed.
meet. Like, you used to actually have to be an elite high schooler to get an invitational backpack.
But
Now you just have to have paid the money to go to the Nike indoor meet or the Nike outdoor meet. Oops, did I say that out loud?
enough. We're done. Moving on. Moving on.
Nope.
Not that track is back, not that this isn't for track is back, but moving track forward, supposedly. World Athletics has talked about and has now given implementation, I guess is the best way to say it, of this I'm gonna call it the mixed gendered 4x1, and y'all can call it something else. But it will be implemented at World Relays in May, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting.
It's not interesting. It's stupid. If you mean interesting in the sense of, let's see how dumb we can be and what the results of that will be, then sure, it's interesting. It's stupid. And we all knew at some point they would run out of field event things to invent and take their boredom elsewhere, and now here we are. It's stupid. It's stupid, and I got news for you. It's dangerous.
It's really dangerous.
Dangerous. Now, of course, someone will say, oh, it's not that dangerous because they're going to have the women first and the men second. Okay, that's, I guess, less dangerous, but it's still stupid and dangerous. There's no value to this. This is trophy culture for elite athletes, and it's stupid.
I mean, everybody on this show coaches the sprints at some level. So we all understand how close an elite male sprinter has to let an elite female sprinter get to them to be able to accelerate and still receive the stick from them. Like, people don't understand. Like, this is literally bumper cars almost. Because the windows where those speeds match are tiny. I mean, I think a lot of people don't really understand, right? They just, like, to your point about the trophy culture, like, well, the mixed relay and the 4x4 has worked so well. First of all, that is spinach or broccoli, right? Like, we have been forced to accept that we're supposed to eat that. right? Because if you protest against this too vehemently, then you get labeled as a sexist. The fact that it's just really not that great, right? Like I actually sort of like it as entertainment at the World Championship because it's at the very, very beginning. So it's like it's okay. It's stomachable. This 4x1 thing doesn't. I'm not sure. Like I always say this about bad movies. I'm like, how did this get greenlit, and what ended up on the cutting floor? Like, what idea was worse? Like, that's how I feel about this. Like, if this is what World Athletics came out of a room with and suggested, what ideas did they have that they didn't accept? Because this is about as bad as humanly possible. This is like trying to get a stock, like off the showroom Corvette, which is fast, right? It's trying to get it to do a handoff to a Formula One car. You can match the speeds at some point, but they're going to have to be so close to each other for this to happen. There's so many ways this can go horrifically bad.
Clyde, you're muted.
I don't even care if, you know, the Chinese or the Japanese or the Germans figure out how to do this well. I just don't care. I'm not interested in watching this.
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid. It's so gimmicky. This is worse than the long jump takeoff zone. This is worse than all of that. It's really, really, really dumb.
This is the worst idea by a group that has produced some horrible ideas.
And again, the only thing I land on is like it's trophy culture. Like let's find a way to pass out more medals. Oh, I know, a relay. Listen, if you want to pass out more relay medals, like there were better ideas. You could
Sprint medley is 10 times better.
You could have made the sprint medley a thing. You could have made the DMR a thing. Hell, I'm here for the shuttle hurdles.
The shuttle hurdles would have been spectacular.
Like mixed gender 4x1 is so stupid. And I guarantee you at some level, here's the thought process. Because as we know, most of these things come out of like the Eurocentric idea of how we can help this. So from a US perspective, from an island perspective, a Jamaica perspective, right? On talent, it's really hard to find 4 women that can just race us. Find 4 men that can just race us. But the idea is like, okay, but the other countries, they got 2 though. They just don't have 4. Well, if you put their best 2 with our best 2, gender-wise, it'll be competitive. Maybe it will be, but it's still stupid.
Well, and
if I was the US, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
for the simple fact that you want to slow down a male or find a slow male in order to do this quote unquote soundly, the right way. Like you're trying to perfect or polish the poop. Why?
Like I feel like these steps are going to be inside 20.
I mean, but like even if they are, if they're not, it's either gonna be inside 20 or the guy's not gonna take out. It's gonna be like the speed of an open pass.
Of like a 4x2.
Literally the speed of an open pass. I'd even wonder if the guys will even take a closed pass.
No, look, you know what this is. Like this event is bringing most high school coaches 4x1's realities to life. Because just by speed period, you may get lucky and have an all-American high school sprinter on your team. But the other 3 are going to be ridiculously slower. And you got to figure it out. But why? Like I'm not, you know what? The governor is a smart man. And he is dressed smartly for the show tonight, as you could see. He got his Ivy League sweater and collar out. Maybe.
I mean, he definitely is dressed quite smartly tonight.
He is here to explain to us.
If you saw the whole getup
That's right.
I
Why
mean-
the mixed gender relay is a good idea. I know you have an answer.
Wait, before you answer that, I would just want to say this: if I was America, I would boycott this event.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Not
absolutely.
boycott the event. We love trophy culture. We invented trophy culture.
Listen, this is one more thing for us to botch.
That's
All right,
that's exactly
All
what
right.
we're going to do.
I'm gonna mute myself. Go for it, Governor.
Listen, leave it to Team US. Team USA will be the team where the woman tackles the man going into third. That's how we'll do it.
So what is the context? Give me set me up. What are we
World
talking-
Athletics has officially greenlit
Yes.
the mixed gender 4x1.
Right.
And the general LLC consensus before your arrival is this is the stupidest thing ever. And I want to know why we're doing this. And I feel like you gonna have a good answer.
Okay. Well, it's theater. It's theater. It's something new, a new wrinkle. It's another step towards making track and field a circus. You know, you okay. What we don't anticipate in this grand experiment that we seem to be in. Okay, let's try the mixed 4x4. Okay, can we stop there? No. No. Let's add the mixed 4x1. How about that? And what you're going to do and what you're pretty much creating is a separate track meet. It's already a situation right now with the mixed 4x4 where somebody, that has no or is never going to run on the A 4x4 for the United States or whatever, can pretty much hang their hat on making the mixed relay and get a nice payday. Dare I say the same thing is going to happen with this mixed 4x1? I mean, I'm not a fan. Like, we're moving further and further away from the essence of what this sport is. And we're adding in more and more events that have nothing to do with anything. So no, I'm not a fan. I'm absolutely not a fan.
You know what? I'm sure in Monaco they watch LLC.
Meh.
So here's my suggestion. Since we don't actually know where these ideas are coming from, the governor mentioned the circus. There's a very interesting circus version of baseball going on right now, invented by the Savannah Bananas. Banana ball, they call it. I want World Athletics to hire the CEO of the banana ball. And I assure you, whatever weird shit he comes up with won't be as dumb as this. So get that guy on board and let's go that route. If we're gonna do the circus, get the actual circus people to come up with something. Because I mean, if you tell me that you're gonna let the javelin throwers throw javelins at people,
Oh my God.
that would probably be worse.
I was thinking target practice. That was what came to my mind, not actually trying to impale.
I mean, why not?
Beings.
And you can't just throw it far, you have to be accurate.
But
I mean,
but
why not?
okay, so when you think about the week of athletics at the Olympics, at the World Championships, and how they've now got it down to a science where you have those 2-3 hour sessions, pack the fans, pack the stadium for 2 times out of each day, and you're spreading things out. I think it's pretty good where it's at. To think that we need to add another semi and final of a whole other event, I don't know. So, well, let's talk about this. So you're telling me that the Olympic IOC is going to up the amount of athletes per team to basically cover another 4 to 6 athletes that are going to run this event only?
Don't be
Because
asking.
Lord knows we can't. there aren't enough athletes to fill this nonsense up.
Listen, don't be
No.
asking questions that should have been thought out in advance, sir. Just accept that there's going to
Hey,
be
aren't
medals.
we operating on a quota system as it is?
Listen,
Okay.
we need more medals. There have to be
I
more
will
medals
say-
to be passed out.
I will say again to my three brilliant colleagues, what ideas could this idea have beaten?
I gave you one, the targeted javelin,
Yeah.
because I bet you somebody pitched it.
I just don't understand. Like, this is so bad of an idea for so many reasons that this only qualifies as advancement in that it is in the realm of throw ideas against the wall and see what sticks. So this is technically an idea, and it has technically been thrown against the wall. So we can call it advancement, right? But actually turning this in as your final paper is like literally not even the rough draft. You turn in your free thoughts.
Okay, so I have a question. I have a legitimate question, I think. Because World Athletics came out and made some decisions, right? So if we're inventing new events and they are going to be mixed gendered, can't the trans athletes run in the mixed gender?
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Chew.
No, I'm serious.
But before
True.
you go any further, I think the javelin target event should be called the Pit Tamaki.
Oh my God. Oh God.
I don't get it.
That went over Chew's head.
Well, it'll go over someone in the audience's head. You got to explain that one.
Just Google javelin thrower hits. I mean, go ahead. Tell him.
Hey,
Tell him, Governor.
Salam Sadiri is alive and well, folks. He's okay. But yes, it actually happened. So there is precedent
Yes, there is absolute
to
precedent.
human target practice. Okay.
So there's someone who would medal. Is that what you're saying?
I think Pit Kamaki is the world record holder.
He's the one.
Furthest target actually
Yes.
penetrated.
Yes. Yes. Why did you
Oh.
open up that can of worms, Clyde? I don't know why you went there.
I think
Look.
that is a rational. Listen, if we're going to mix gender 4x1s, you can't tell me. Listen, we're just inventing medals anyway. It's a gimmick event anyway.
Look,
Let
in the last 7 days, I've seen suggestions. One of them was the 2-footed high jump. That is a much better idea. And it's a terrible idea for the record. It's a much better idea than this.
yes, no.
All right.
The
How about this?
Wait, wouldn't this be a better idea? If you're gonna look, you want to add something gimmicky, right? Put pace lights in the 4x1.
Ooh,
Hey, there you go.
Oh,
See?
man.
Way better idea.
Can we have pace lights in the mixed gender 4x1?
Okay, so what do we do at the high school level? We run a 4x2, we run a sprint medley, we run a distance medley, we run what else do we
4x8.
4x8. All better ideas, all of them.
All of them.
All
Shuttle
of
hurdles.
them.
We want the shuttle
Even
hurdle.
the shuttle hurdle relay. Like, it's high time that record gets broken. Come on now.
Hey, hold on now. Hold on now.
See, I came on the show with violence intended. I was
Leave your boy records alone. Hold on now.
I mean, even think about it. Even the mixed gender sprint medley, 2248.
oh
Even
man.
that
Yes.
would be a far better idea
Absolutely.
than
And
the
safer.
Listen,
And
I'm gonna
safer.
say
Safer.
I'm gonna say it
Much
again so
safer.
people understand. If you take a Corvette off the showroom and try to hand off the stick to a Formula One race car, it is possible to do. But man, are you gonna come close to an accident every time?
I'm trying to imagine the first
Every time.
I'm trying to imagine that first practice when that
Nope.
poor young lady is running in and has to chase a grown man.
Right. We're not talking about just a man. We're talking about a male
Yes,
Olympic
an
level
elite
sprinter,
sprinter. Yes.
right? Like you're talking about sub 11
Clyde, what does that
trying to
spacing
hand off
look
the
like?
stick.
What
Look,
does
you're
that
talking about
spacing look like?
sub 11
Listen,
trying to
listen,
hand
listen.
off the stick to sub 10.
Listen, since we're in the realm of cuckoo land, I'm gonna tell you what the spacing looks like. And if I ever see this in an actual race, I want full credit for it.
Okay.
When they start to figure out how dangerous and dumb this is, the only rational way to get the baton not to massively come to a stop
Is a
Mhm.
throw.
is to allow the woman to run past the man
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
and have the
No,
man
no,
run
he's
in
right.
and grab it on the
He's
way out.
right. The lane is wide enough. She has
The
to
lane
go
is totally
past
wide
him, and then he has to run by and yeah.
Hence a new handoff.
Chew,
Call it the Clyde.
relieve us, please. Relieve us,
Listen,
please.
it's a new
please.
handoff. You call it the Clyde.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, I'm telling you,
That is literally the safest way to do this.
that is
Oh
the
my
safest way to
goodness.
do it. The baton does not have to slow down.
Right.
Call it the Clyde. And if I see it on TV, I want to cut
So
the
just
perk.
as a guy is starting to move away, call it. Just as a guy
Yeah,
starting
no,
to move
you
away.
ain't got to call it. Look, just let Gabby run past whoever's waiting, right? And he catches up and takes it out of her hand on the way out.
God.
We're here for it. The lanes are wide enough.
Oh my Lord.
Oh goodness.
Listen,
This
Team
is gonna
USA
be
has
bumper
tried
cars
things
at
like
its
that.
highest level.
Listen, Team USA has tried things like that in the past. It's not on purpose.
Okay.
If you practice for it.
And here we go. Here we go.
Well, what we got next, Chew?
Oh my God.
So next, we wanted to discuss some of the things that are going on in the sports world currently. So, we just had the WNBA draft pass, pretty eventful.
Yeah.
And then I just saw a post actually, and this isn't a slight, this is just I wonder why, and some of them I kind of could assume why, but the big names that didn't get drafted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Indeed.
I think that's pretty stimulating of a conversation there. We won't go there, but that's just something to ponder. But, first draft pick was kind of a gimme. I think we all thought that was going to be Paige no matter what. But some really good picks, and maybe it's just because I was paying attention a little bit more this year, but seems like the WNBA is literally stacking some chips.
So here's what I will say, and I don't know if you're picking on a few topics, but I don't know about you, but there used to be this chasm that happened once football season ended, and we were all pining for September to get here or whatever. The WNBA has captured the hearts and minds of the United States. The upcoming NFL draft is very, very intriguing. What's going on in NIL, in the NCAA? Oh my goodness. I mean,
yes.
the NBA playoffs. Like, there's so much happening all at one time. I mean, I think this is heaven right now. If you're a pundit, if you're someone into sports, I don't know where to start because it's all very intriguing to me.
I'll tell you where to start. As all good things do, you start in the most petty place possible. So, listen, I begged y'all not to do this, but I guess I got to do it. As said in the previous shows, Gino's my favorite coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of Paige Beckers. Don't nobody give a damn about that draft. Nobody. And you know how I know that's true? Because they put up ratings. The Clayton Clark draft was way more interesting and way more watched. And all that does is highlight just how particularly special and captivating Caitlin Clark was versus Paige Beckers. And yes.
But it wasn't just Caitlin Clark.
Exactly. Sure, I'm here for that. But for the record, they're both white girls. So I don't even want to get into any of that. All I'm saying is this. I want the WNBA to be awesome. But until women start investing their time and money into the WNBA, it's just not. It's just, listen, the numbers are the numbers, and I like it. I watch the playoffs. I treat the WNBA the exact same way I treat the NBA. I ain't watched no NBA games at all. I watch Christmas. I will watch the playoffs. I will watch the WNBA playoffs. But the idea that Paige Becker's arrival to the WNBA is going to do anything to change their reality is just not. I can't see it. The
Okay,
football
I
draft,
mean, I understand what you're saying, but the two things can also be two things can be true, right? Like the WNBA draft itself was actually decent theater. Are any of those athletes going to impact the bottom line numbers to the league at a massive level? No. Right. Like, I mean, I think on this show, I said that the WNBA will never have a bigger boost than they did adding Caitlin Clark, and they still finished the year in the red. So, like, I get it. I understand what you're saying, but that has nothing to do with like whether the WNBA draft itself was cool, because it was actually pretty cool. Like, I watched most of it, and I will say this: like, nobody will get this when I say this. If you just watch each thing for its entertainment value, the WNBA draft and the storylines that get told is actually, in a lot of ways, superior to the NBA draft. Like the backstory stuff is more interesting. The players aren't like I get what you're saying, Clyde, but I'm just saying literally as the show that was on television, right? They do a spectacular job with it.
Mhm.
And I will say also, there's another weird thing that happens in the WNBA that doesn't happen so much in the NBA. This has happened to multiple times where WNBA teams through trades or whatever have 2 and 3 and 4 picks. Now, mind you, there's only 12 teams, so like
Yeah.
right.
I think the Washington Mystics, I want to say, picked back to back, like 3rd and 4th or something like that,
Yes. Yeah.
and then had another pick before 12. I was like, well, good grief, they got like 25% of this year's class.
No, it's like how the Chicago team got Angel Reese and Cardozo in the same draft, right?
Yeah.
And
I
did you see who Chicago added?
Yeah.
Who did they add this year? Come
Oh,
on,
this
did you
year?
see?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it at all.
Tell them, Chew.
Haley Van Lith.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Reese and HVL are back together.
And the reason why that's awesome is because Haley Van Lith then got to go to the mic and tell the story about how even after she transferred and Angel Reese went to the league, her and Angel Reese talk weekly.
Yeah.
And Angel Reese has been a big guide to her as a player and as a person off the field. Like, those kind of stories are actually really, to me, they are actually interesting. Now, is that, to your point, is that going to make me watch regular season WNBA games? Probably not. I will watch the playoffs as you do. I get it. But I was just literally saying, for the hour of the show itself was pretty good.
So I want to see Dominique Malanga straight dunk on somebody.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I'm
don't
here for
know if
that.
you've seen
I'm here for that.
YouTube videos,
Yeah.
but it's easy, folks. 6'6" with boing. Like, she is a legit threat to dunk once she gets in the paint. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of bumps and bruises, but boy, it looks far too easy for her to get up and get that, get her hand over the rim. So that's one thing that I
Will we see our first WNBA alley-oop?
posterization.
Will
Okay.
we see our first
Yeah.
WNBA
Yeah.
Lob City?
Exactly.
Listen, I'm here for that.
Mhm.
That'll be Sports Center top
Well,
play for sure.
I think it's a natural evolution of the game, and the fact that the ball is smaller than the NBA ball, and the athletes are getting bigger and stronger and faster. I think that's something that's going to be added to the game. I think it's coming. I think it's here. So, I'm all for it. I'm all about it.
Even though Clyde hates the WNBA, you are completely
Yes,
correct,
yes.
I do not hate WNBA. I hate I hate the same thing about the WNBA that I hate in all aspects of life. I like
You hate the hype.
I
We
hate the
know
hype. Like, stop
we know
lying to me. Like, no one's watching. They're watching Caitlyn when she shows up in town. That's what they're watching. Like, no one's watching. You know who has the best take ever on the WNBA? Literally, Bill Burr. Watch his special.
Oh
He
boy.
has a brilliant, like 8-minute
Yes.
on the WNBA, and he's 100% correct.
Oh boy.
well, now that Clyde is done trying to get us canceled on the show.
Yes, exactly.
Chew, can you save us?
I mean, other things that are happening in the sporting world.
Oh,
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead, Clyde.
tell me we do not all love. I don't even know how you want to say it. I love the Tennessee quarterback story.
Oh, yes.
I
Oh,
am so here for that in every aspect of that. It's the pettiest story in news.
I know for
I'm
sure
here
your
for it.
favorite part of the whole story is that the Oregon head coach
Yep.
called the Tennessee head
Yep.
coach to
Yep.
tell him, hey,
They're sniffing
your,
around.
your boy is
Mhm.
sniffing around other programs to see what's what.
Yep.
Like,
I.e., we've already talked to him, and if y'all don't want him, we'll probably take him. But we
Mhm.
just want y'all to know that your boy is behind your back sniffing around. Oh, it's
There's
definitely
so
high
many-
school popcorn drama.
there's
for
so
sure.
many elements of this I love, but it's the ultimate sports FAFO moment.
Mhm.
Like, you played yourself
Yeah.
so
Played
badly.
yourself.
Yes.
You already had $2.5 million.
Yes.
That you agreed to.
Yes,
That
you
you
agreed
agreed
to.
to.
Yes.
And because a terrible quarterback that used to play at Georgia
Yes.
gets some check he doesn't actually deserve down on South Beach, you think,
Yep.
you know what? I'm gonna go get me some more money.
So I'm gonna sit out.
I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out.
So Clyde, you know what this is? This is someone basically acting like he's a professional,
Yep.
Yes.
right?
Somebody told him, man, what you should do.
What
His
you
daddy
should do.
told him, which is what makes it even worse.
Yes. So
Daddy told him.
he decides to do what a contracted player in the NFL would do in order to bring attention so that the team comes to him,
Yeah.
so that there's negotiation. It is completely lawless. He was not reminded that there is no system, none at all. So they offered you X amount, you agreed to X amount. You deciding to renegotiate before the next season starts, that doesn't exist. There is no system for that.
None.
So
And
go ahead.
I love the fact that Josh Heupel in Tennessee, who I don't root for, I'm a Gamecock, said, "Hey, you can actually walk. We're good
Mhm.
over here.
Yep.
We're good over here. Go ahead and figure it out."
Yeah.
You know how bad it is if Tulane said, "Actually,
Nope.
nah."
No.
And if you read the reports, they were going to do a deal.
Mm-hmm.
They only rejected it when they kept trying to make him come back to the table with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, like, what do you think this is? And I hope this is a moment that leads us to some kind of sanity in this space. But look, man, hey, if
Well, it's quite fitting that this is happening under the shadow of the settlement being they're attempting to hammer it out. This is a prime example of why there has to be some order to this. There has to be. And somebody's going to be pissed off. Somebody's going to be upset. Somebody's going to sue. All of that is going to be a part of the process. But if we're going to continue, it has to be codified somehow. It has to be.
Well, that's just one of the problems with our country, right? Like the people who argue for tort reform, they have a point. Like you can sue anybody for anything in this place.
Yeah.
And so no matter where they land on the settlement, somebody gonna sue over that.
Yep.
Like it's just basic. Like if me and the governor come to an arrangement and I agree to the compensation, I don't get to just be like, yo, Chewy got more money, so I want more money. Like that is not in any realm of business. That is not how this works. So
no.
is it true that there were reports that he tried to pull out right before the bowl game series started?
I saw one of those.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, it's crazy because he was the odds-on,
Yes,
preseason favorite
yes,
to be the
yes.
-- pick in next year's draft.
Absolutely.
Which is
He has
wild to me.
now
Which
thrown
is
his
just wild.
His character now has been thrown into question over some really bad advice.
And apparently the prize that you're going to get for all of this is you get to go play football in Westwood.
Apparently UCLA, right, is the odds on.
Ain't no way UCLA is paying him more than 2.5 that he had. No chance.
No chance.
Yeah.
Can't be agreed.
But I'm sure he's in LA now, so he thinks that there's going to be other NIL deals.
Oh no! Did you see the spin? The spin today is the family stepped out and said, it wasn't about the money; it was about the offensive system.
Oh,
okay.
That he thrived in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So what are our thoughts on the playoffs, the NBA playoffs? I mean, the play-in is amazing. I love it. I love the game with the Warriors and the Grizzlies. If Ja doesn't get hurt, I think the Warriors would have been in trouble.
Stop it.
Huh?
Stop it.
I think did you watch it?
I watched the whole game.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not saying they would have won, but I said it would have been close. It would have been closer. But
Ja leads his team to a championship. I'll wait.
No.
Listen, I love Ja Morant
Mm-hmm.
as a ball of talent. But I can't be the only person that is realizing that this young man is going backwards.
This is true.
In the last 2 seasons, Ja Morant has missed 105 basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
And he has said that his body is not right now. So he is looking forward to the offseason to try to get himself right. If you've missed 105 games of the last 2 seasons and you're still hurt and you're already little and uber athletic, where have I seen this before? Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
I'm not wishing anything bad on him, but look, at the end of the day, Memphis has failed to get him the help he needs, if that's going to be the primary cog. And this just in. The Warriors are the last remaining systemic NBA franchise. They are a systemic NBA franchise. This goes back to the Bulls in the triangle, the Lakers and the second generation of the triangle. Like, systems can be dominant because you can put in different players. The Warriors are the last version of that. So they're gonna beat most teams when it comes down to we actually have to care for all 48 minutes. Right? Because when you play regular season games, like, you don't have to care for at least half those minutes. You just run up and down the court. But when you get to the playoffs, all 48 minutes matter.
So are we do it for everything else. The playoffs are about to start. The fields are set. Make your picks. Give me the finals matchup.
Ooh, wee. So, do we have the brackets?
Yeah, they're posted.
Okay.
I can pretty much riddle them off.
So you've
but
got Bucks, Pacers,
yeah.
Clippers, Nuggets, Lakers, Timberwolves. You've got Knicks, Pistons. You've got Magic, Celtics, Warriors, Rockets. And then you have to be determined playing against the Cavs and to be determined playing against the Thunder.
Yeah, which none of that matters.
Because it's what is it? Is that Memphis?
That's
Who's Memphis playing to decide the 8 seed?
No, Dallas and Sacramento.
Got it.
yeah. Yep. So let's start with Bucks Pacers. Who wins that series?
Who cares?
Okay, moving on.
More or less.
Hold on. Bucks, because Giannis is better than everybody on the
Two
Pacers.
huge markets. Huge markets. Huge markets.
I'm taking
take-
Giannis. And
I'll
Chewy,
take-
don't act like you get to dip out of this.
Exactly.
I say,
If Chewy could fade away right now, she would.
I know. Where's the Homer Simpson?
Uh,
I'll go with the Bucks.
okay. Okay, that's chalk.
Somebody writing that down? Somebody has to write this nonsense down.
Clippers Nuggets is going to be kind of interesting.
What's going to be interesting?
Wait, Clippers Nuggets? I thought Clippers played the Lakers.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
The
Listen,
Timberwolves play the Lakers.
hold on. Let's just stick to one side. Go east first. I'll get back to you.
Okay, all right. So Bucks Pacers,
Yeah.
Yep.
Pistons Knicks.
Now that is literally the definition of who cares.
Knicks.
And you're
I'm
from New York.
I'm gonna say the Knicks because, if, in all honesty, if the Knicks can't beat the process,
No. Not the process. That's
no,
you're thinking
no,
about
people
Philly.
forget that. No, the process started there. The process originated with the Pistons.
The Pistons.
That's where it started. So that's the point. The Pistons ain't made the playoffs in so long, people forget about the process.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so we're gonna pick the Knicks. Chewy, what you got? Chew has decided she's gonna fake frozen.
No, I was reading. I was trying to get down to that game. I'll just be contrary to you and say the Pistons.
Wow.
Okay, somebody write this down.
I am.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. So then we have
Wait, what did you guys pick?
We all
Me?
picked the Knicks.
We all picked the Knicks.
we picked the Knicks.
Oh,
Remember, you were being contrary to us.
yeah. I just forgot. I didn't realize they had picked. I was being contrary to you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you got Magic and Celtics.
Celtics. It's not even a sweep.
I dare you to pick the Magic.
Nope. Not doing it.
That's not even going to be a gentleman's sweep.
No. Sweep.
Magic are going to get swept out the building.
Okay. So then you have that's the three that we know about. We're still waiting on the play-in team to play the Thunder and
No. That's West.
I know.
Right.
And the play-in team to play the Cavaliers. That has
We'll all take the Cavaliers.
Yes, we will.
I don't know. Chew, you gonna take the Cavs?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can you name one person on the Cavs roster right now?
No. If you gave me a second to actually think about it, probably, but no.
Donovan Mitchell.
There's a guy named Donovan that plays for them.
Yes, he does.
Like, I don't even know who Donovan Mitchell is. All right. What
All right.
now?
We all got the Cavs.
All right, so now we go to the West. Clippers, Nuggets.
Listen to me. Clippers gon' clip. That's what they do.
Okay.
This is one of the more interesting things,
I
right?
think so too.
Because the
Absolutely.
Clippers haven't been whole for most of this year, but they actually have their whole team back.
They do.
And the
They
Nuggets
actually
fired their
do.
coach.
Yes.
Right.
In maybe the weirdest sports story in the last month.
Yep.
Yes. Now understand, I want the Clippers to win because I want to watch them get clipped in the second round. But somehow, some way, Clippers gonna clip.
I don't even think it's the Clippers are going to clip in this case. Like I'm doing the same thing here with Joker as I did with Giannis. Like I just think Jokovic is better than everybody else on the floor.
Yes.
Oh, and he is.
And hell, Jamal Murray might be the third best player in that series.
Yep.
I'm not going to disrespect Kawhi and say he's better than Kawhi yet, but I mean, hell, how much of Kawhi is still left?
3 braids.
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing as well as he can.
Board man gone board.
That's right. So next you have Timberwolves Lakers.
The Lakers. Sweet.
Sweet.
I'm
gonna go with Shannon, Uncle Shannon, and go
Lakers
Lakers.
in 5.
Lakers in 5. Okay, Warriors Rock.
Hold on, I didn't pick yet.
Okay.
And Chu didn't pick the first one either.
Which one?
We
See?
just need to let Chu out. She is not paying no
No.
mind.
Who's
you
going to
said
win
the
between
first-
the Clippers and Denver? True.
We all picked Denver.
I picked silently. You can't see it.
No.
I wrote it down. Sorry.
Did you pick Denver?
Yes.
Okay.
That one I knew, yes.
So now I'm trying to decide whether Ant and Randall and wait, is my favorite white boy playing? Is he back healthy?
Who's that?
Dante DiVincenzo?
I'm not sure.
That decides it all for me. Oh, I am a certified Laker hater, not gonna lie. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I'm just being contrary. I have a weird feeling. I'm gonna say that the Lakers are gonna lose.
There's no way that you believe in a series where the Lakers have the 3 best players on the floor that they're going to lose in the first round.
Whoa, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What crack are you smoking?
None.
There's no way on this planet that we'll just start at the third best player that you think Austin Reeves is better than Ant.
In
You
the
don't think
playoffs, I'd take Austin Reeves.
Really, the same Ant that beat the Joker last year. Are you sure
Same
about what
Ant
you're smoking?
the same Ant that choked against Luka.
Okay. I do actually believe, as a matter of fact, that
Okay,
that-
so Ant's the
that
third
the
best
tip-
player in the series. The other 2 are on the Lakers, and then you have
I would take Ant over Luca.
Oh, see that bro, get,
I would take Ant over
out
Luca.
of here.
I would take Ant over Luca, and I'm actually not joking about that.
Walk off the set.
What? Why?
I'm not doing this with you. What basketball thing does Ant Edwards do better than Luka Doncic?
Dunk. He dunks.
There you go.
Every single
That's
thing
the
that
answer.
involves
That's the
every
answer.
single thing that involves athleticism. No, stop. Don't do that. Play defense. Luka doesn't play. Luka doesn't play defense. Are you
So
serious?
that's not true at all. That's not true at all.
So I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'll let you on your own time look at player efficiency ratings. I'm telling you, Luka Doncic he's the third worst defender in the NBA.
Yeah, I understand that.
He doesn't play defense.
But in the last third of the season, when the Lakers have had the best defense in the NBA, he has been playing good defense.
All right. So anyway, like I said, I will actually take the Timberwolves over the Lakers just because, as Chu said, I want to be contrary. So next.
Okay. So there you go. I knew you didn't believe it.
No, I do believe it, but it also allows me to be contrary. What's the next series?
Warriors Rockets.
Ooh,
Well,
Warriors.
We know who I'm taking here.
I just don't think the Rockets are experienced enough I mean, you're talking about two of the best playoff players in the history of the NBA on the same team. Playoff Jimmy, playoff Steph. Like, come on. I mean,
Are they good? I mean, they scored 75 points
that's all
combined
they
in the
did.
play-in again.
Did you
I
did you
just
see the interview with Draymond where they're getting to the last what? He takes a shot and Steph goes up to him and is like, dude, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't shoot anymore. He literally told him. And then he ends up scoring 10 points in the last minute of the game.
now listen. Yeah.
And it wasn't his fault. It was Jimmy's fault for giving him the ball.
Yes, yeah. I remember
Draymond was
that.
standing in the corner all by himself because that's where he should be. And Jimmy was like, "Oh shit, you're open." Like,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Now, Governor,
Yes.
you see this? You see, we're here for the Steph and Jimmy
Uh-huh.
duo,
Yes.
but the LeBron and Luka duo just got dismissed outright.
There's nobody who even remotely looks like Ant that plays for Houston. I didn't say LeBron and Luka aren't a ridiculous duo. I didn't say any of that.
By the way, Chu,
I just was not here
winning
for
that
the.
series, by the way. Okay.
What did you say?
I have the Lakers winning.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just not here for this nonsense of Austin Reeves being better than Ant. So continue. Anyway, I got Warriors. Clyde's got Warriors.
I have the Warriors.
We know Chu has the Warriors. Let's go.
Yep.
Next.
Well, Cavs versus whoever.
No, we did that. That's
We
easy.
did that. So did we do all the
And,
East teams yet?
I thought
Yeah,
So
we did.
Oh, we didn't pick OKC to
it's
beat
the
the
Thunder
play-in.
versus whoever, and we're all
Yes.
taking OKC.
I mean, listen. Shea Gilchrist Alexander
Man.
is one of the most fun basketball
Oh,
players
it
in the NBA to watch.
Yes.
And I will say this. He's the only other player in the NBA that makes the entire floor play at his pace other than Luka. Both of those two players make the game get played at their pace. And I'm impressed by that for both of their standpoints. Neither one of them are like uber crazy athletic. They're just really good basketball players, and I'm a fan of that.
Okay, so since we have all the first rounds picked, give me the finals matchup. You're allowed to change your mind when we ultimately flop after the first round matchups are decided. But in your way too early NBA finals, who you got?
Lakers Celtics.
Who?
Lakers Celtics.
Warriors Celtics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said it with my chest.
Wow.
Chewy.
Hold on, I'm writing this all down. Governor, what'd you say?
Lakers Celtics.
He said fantasy basketball chalk.
Yes, this is what the NBA wants. So much so that they'll make that trade happen. They'll make the GM suffer through however long to get fired. He got fired, right?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't get fired.
He didn't?
No. Who's firing him?
I mean,
The owner that was upset about it don't own the team no more.
I mean, half of this whole thing is to devalue the Mavericks so they can then be moved to Vegas.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, did I say that out loud?
Oops.
So Governor is on full-blown NBA conspiracy train.
Yep.
Look. It's
Chewy, who you got?
I'm going with Lakers Celtics.
wow.
There it is. Chewy
Did-
sees.
Put it right
Did
down.
that just happen?
Of course, because Chewy is being objective.
This is like Chewy picking the Dodgers to win the World Series. Like this I can't believe I just saw what I just saw.
Wow.
This
Listen,
person she hates the Lakers.
I don't
Of
hate
course.
the Lakers. I do not hate the Lakers.
well, listen,
Mm.
I don't hate the Lakers and I don't hate the Celtics. I don't or the Warriors. I don't care about the jerseys. I root for players and coaches. I just want everything I want in these playoffs. I want to see the Lakers and the Warriors play. I want to see that happen. I would have preferred to see it in the Western Conference Finals, but that can't happen now. It's going to be a second round matchup. What I'm rooting for is Lakers Cavs. That's what I want. That's what King
Now
of
that
Petty,
will be
that's what
very,
King of
very.
Petty wants to see.
You know what the NBA doesn't want to see any parts of? It will be the worst rated finals in the history of the NBA finals. If the Cavs and OKC play each
Yeah,
other.
no one wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch that. No one
Nobody
cares.
wants to see that.
No one cares about that. But
I mean, nobody would watch that.
the only thing more watchable than Lakers Celtics is Lakers Cavs. And I'm here for that. I don't think the Cavs can beat the Celtics. So I'm picking Lakers Celtics. But man, somehow, some way, give me Lakers Cavs.
Well, interesting. Interesting, very much so. So I actually wrote it down this time. I'll keep it in our what do we call them? Predictions. And we'll see how it goes. So, actually, that's it. So after this episode pops up, 2 more episodes, and it'll be going into our 6th year of shows.
This is insane. It's hey, can we all just have a glass of wine or something just to
Right.
say, hey, this has truly been a labor of love, and I mean, fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff.
That
Happy
show
birthday,
will
by the
be.
way.
I was gonna say, I think that show will be. That'll be Big League's birthday.
Okay.
Oh no.
You stopped counting.
I stopped counting. I don't even know really what day it is. So
Oh, okay.
I mean, listen, I won't even lie. I found out that yesterday was my birthday when I went to go work out, and I took out my phone to set the music to work out, and I had like 65 text messages. I was like, "Oh, happy birthday to me!"
Yeah.
That's when you know you need to sit down somewhere for like 5 minutes.
right. So speaking of sitting down, everyone, hope you enjoyed yourselves this week. Hopefully you yelled at us, said, "What the heck are you thinking?" If not, I'm sure you'll text one of us with that statement. So have fun respectively, Clyde in Florida. 3 other tiles will hold it down in California while you're out of it.
How wild is that? We've literally switched time zones.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said we
Crazy.
said that.
Golly.
Crazy.
Evens. So have a good weekend, y'all. Travel safe, and we'll see each other next week. Bye now.